Hi, and welcome back to my garden. Very excited for this week's episode because, well, we've had a couple sunny days, some warmer weather. Always recommend, now that we're getting into what is this, 8-9 weeks of taking a walk through my garden, is check out that first episode and then check out this episode and just see some of the changes that has happened in the garden and how the yard and some of my projects are progressing. So let's get to it. And then, hey, don't forget, at some point, hit that subscribe button. Really excited to see more people joining along and subscribing and building the audience. So if you've got a friend and they're into gardening or like to hear some random guy ramble along, hook them up. Let them know about me, the Angry Gardener. So let's get to it. All right, so here we are. Earlier this week, you may have seen my take on planting a salad garden in a container. So a container salad garden. And this is my herb box. I had used it as an herb box last year. Left the chives in. A lot of the other things didn't look so hot. However, I did salvage and repot the thyme, the sage, and the oregano. I call it oregano. Does anybody else watch or have seen, what is it, Self-Sufficient Me? The guy in Australia, he calls it oregano. And, you know, I've never heard it called oregano. I'm thinking about maybe just calling it oregano from here on out. My clematis is showing some nice life I hadn't noticed. And here we got some more signs of life. I'm thinking of an interesting yard garden art project with some of this expanded metal. We'll see about that. We'll see. Not a lot going on here. Just things growing. Oh, green. Isn't it just awesome to see green? I know some of my Midwest friends are seeing a lot of white. A little bit of snow they're still getting, but oh well, you know, that's what you get for living there. Hey, look at this mess on my patio. I thought it was leftover from the roofers, but then I was standing out here realizing that it just kept getting worse. Well, come to find out, I have birds trying to nest up here. Not sure what their goal is, but well, it sure sounds kind of cool. Oh, you've got bird nests and baby eggs and all that fun whatnot. Yeah, you know, sitting on my patio getting dumped on by a bird and cleaning up the mess on a daily basis is not my cup of tea. So I think I will remove that. Oh, look at that. The glass flowers have sprouted stems. They are just hardening off currently, and we will get them planted in the yard probably next weekend. Check it out. The wife has been busy. Like it. Oh, and a daffodil. Lots of daffodils, but one actually showing some color. Some more of the crocus is starting to bloom. And here, so you remember my little adventure with these little random whatnot, protect from the frost, maybe help warm it. Yeah, they were mostly irritating than anything else. Though, we will see. I think we're out of the frost hazard. So I'm gonna just let this happen and see what happens. You may have seen earlier this week, if you follow me on Instagram, @angrygardener, I bought some strawberry starts, and I jimmy rigged a strawberry planter, and so that's full of strawberries. I left every other layer blank so that as I send out shoots, I can move them down into there to save on some costs and see what happens. For the time being though, I've planted bok choy, little bok choy. Now, interesting thing that I find is bok choy the same thing as pak choy? It all looks the same on the package. Why do they call it one bok choy in the store and pak choy when you buy the seeds? Inquiring minds and all that. Look at that. The camellia is finally starting to bloom, full of buds. I would say, ooh, another couple weeks, this is gonna be one gorgeous bush. Absolutely love those flowers. As I shared at some point previously, we do have a white one in the back behind that pile of garbage. I'm thinking I need to put in a hedge just to, you know, maybe that'd be easier than cleaning up this mess, but we'll see. We'll get to it. Ooh, this tree here is some sort of fruit-bearing tree. They're about the size of an apricot, but I think they're a plum. It looks gorgeous in the spring. It's just full of these white flowers. It looks like a cloud in the back. That is getting very close. This is our old strawberry planter. We've had a few random things. This year I put, I think it's called Allium. They grow really tall. Well, I don't know what really tall means. They send up a stalk, a spike, if you will. And then you get a round purple flower, kind of like, you know, when a garlic blooms, but prettier, I'm thinking. Still nothing going on here. These beds are just patiently waiting, dahlias. And then warmer weather, I'm gonna plant something over there, and you'll find out about that at some point, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Well, provided you come back. Remember that pot I had some daisies in that I started from seed a few years back and just got really gnarly grown up? I broke that up and put that here. We'll see if they come back. If not, these'll definitely keep spreading out. Ooh, and check out that voodoo lily I was talking about last week. Look at that. We got a leaf unrolling. Exciting stuff. Exciting, like edge of the seat excitement. I moved a rose bush that I had in a wrong spot. I moved it out here, so now we have 4 roses here. All showing a little bit of life. I think currently I want to get, I think I need an orange. I think I need an orange rose. So I'll be looking for that. This tree out here is one of those flowering cherry trees. It's got red foliage, pretty pink flowers. That's getting so close to just bursting open with some color. I think things are going to get really exciting here in the upcoming weeks now that we're into spring, one day away, right? Spring tomorrow. Spring tomorrow. As I know some of you watching are probably shoveling snow, but hey, I'm not. Through my Master Gardener program, they had a workshop this past week on propagation. So I went, learned all kinds of neat things, and I think I was able to cut a couple items, and we're just going to kill those slowly here. I'm not sure if they're supposed to wilt, but they are wilting. I'm keeping them, you know, moist. I think I'm following the directions, but we'll see. It takes some time. And then I got some geraniums starting back here. I had a pot with an overgrown geranium and not so much a geranium, but it also had a canna lily in it. And I just felt it needed to be separated. So I ended up breaking a couple of the stalks. Here you see we've got some 4 o'clocks coming up. I really thought this was lupin. I should probably check my video on how to plant lupin seeds and see if in fact I did put lupins there or if I only put them here and here. Either way, we have 4 o'clock coming up, and that is a 4 o'clock because that's obviously the same as that, and I know that that's what I planted there. So there. Not a lot of activity in here. However, the delphinium have sprouted, so we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully here in another week or so, the dahlias will sprout. If not, if they don't sprout, the bed that I reserved for those, I will make a vegetable garden this year, harvest more seeds next year, and give it another shot, because I will grow dahlias from seed. No activity on the begonias yet. It's probably still early. The wisteria starts are still doing very well. I'm going to let it get a little nicer out. These are the geraniums that I've propagated, that I showed you that I was propagating, but I repotted them so that they can fill out. The fuchsias, I still need to figure out what I'm doing with these. Might have a dead one here. I like to have at least 2 live ones in the pot. That one only has 1 live one, and I do have one down there. So, and that's actually pretty healthy. I might try my go at propagating that. Who knows? Maybe I could figure out and be good at it. The geraniums are starting to flower. A little bit later, I'll come through and whack all those off, because right now they should be putting all their energy toward growing, not flowering. Hey, and you walnut followers, whoever you are, you're a bunch of nuts. Anyhow, look at that. We got leaf. We got leaf action. It's not just a green spike, it's leaf. There's a leaf. What we got going on here? Oh, not much going on here. Oh, if you recall, I was going on about trying to find somewhere to plant some lavender. I had them sitting in pots over yonder, and I decided, you know what? They're going to go here. They will go here. Still haven't found my Satsuma orange that I want to plant. Might be too early in the season, but I'm on a few waiting lists. I've also decided I found another plant that I want, and I will get it. I will get it. Ideally, I'd like to find someone that's got one in the area, but so far no one does. And it's called a cross vine, also known as a bignonia. Not begonia, but a bignonia. And then it's some word that starts with a C. But it's this amazing looking vine with these gorgeous flowers. It's just grows incredibly, and I just feel I need that. Check it out. I don't even have to get down there. You can see there are buds on these daffodils. I think they'll burst by next weekend? I wonder. We got a couple sunny days coming up, and temps are supposed to be in the 50s. I went ahead and got all my canna lilies in the ground, and it's gonna go tall to short, tall to short. Kind of get the picture? And the hope is that these tall ones here will provide some shade to my bear's breeches, because that actually does prefer a little bit of shade, and by the time it really starts getting warm out, I'd like that to really go nuts. So, but the tall ones will get upwards of 6 to 8 feet, or they did last year, and then the small ones, you know, in that 4 to 6 foot range. And then I got a couple shorter ones down on this end that I took from that pot that had the variegated geranium, and that probably only gets about 2 to 3 feet. Hey, check out my Musa. My Musa is doing nothing. However, all that nasty straw is gone. Did it help? Who knows? I won't do it next year. I will not do it next year. I'm told here, other people I've talked to in the area, that everyone does it at some point. Even Cisco recommended it. Well, I don't know that Cisco recommended it. Cisco showed people how to do it. But oh, what a slimy mess. But anyhow, look at this. Look at that. This was 3 musa last year. And they were about, half a foot shorter than what this stump is here. So I'm willing to take bets on when we'll start seeing some life. This one down here had a lot of pups. More pups. This one had a couple pups right toward the end of the season. So curious to see what it does this year. And then this little guy, check him out. Check him out. I don't know what he's called. A burgundy wine lavatera. This thing will grow 4 to 6 feet tall, couple feet wide, and be full of these gorgeous fuchsia colored flowers that will attract hummingbirds and butterflies and all that kind of whatnot. So really excited about that. You may have noticed that the funny colored bench is now blue, or it's getting blue. Wait and see. Keep checking back. You'll find out what's happening there. So that's the garden today. I really look forward to seeing how quickly things start coming to life over the next couple weeks. Until then, happy gardening. Don't forget, give me a like. Let your friends know to come check out my garden. And we'll talk to you next weekend. Have a great day.